I think I'll read her writings in full. One little private world for me, soon printed for the world to see. Will I ever become a journalist or writer? Frankly, who could dream to deny the child's prolonged silences when they're destined to die? Warmth drowned in a disease, just as death denounced her will. These contorted men, disciples of Zyklon, let bodies sublime to bitter smoke and attempt to purge lyricism till still. For every saddened scratch upon her growth against the wall, followed months of distinct isolation, woven into fears in every hall. Every step was to be a calculation, every breath subject to scrutiny, waking every morning to the fears of a mutiny. Veiled in gathering dust and an old bookcase. What way serves more severity in a withering system of seconds, infinity's solemn promise until the door meets an officer's boot, or but a moment until a trigger is pulled and you hear him shoot? Bereft upon her pages, she found a world for her design. Every passing or fearing rumination would do just fine. Stories and her secrets, her life from behind the curtains. How must it have felt to understand that every single day could be your last in such a horrific fashion? How much Anne could have known about the concentration camps perhaps lays outside the scope of my understanding. But knowing all of the events that the ruling party had partaken in up to this point, you only hide from which you deathly fear. One involuntary cough to inhale a lung from the shower. One glance through the curtains to realise your final hour. How can a child be denied the world in which they're meant to wander? By a leader who himself grew up and had the means in which to ponder. Shall I go outside? By her father, her dreams were made to match. Pencil to paper produced her miracle upon an author's dying desire. Her late nights scribbling a young girl's wish to survive. Then snuffed and abandoned, purged by an infectious empire. It takes me a moment every time I contemplate this as I write. I saw the museum, the bookshelf, the original countertop. Hell, even some of the diary pages themselves. The steep and unwelcoming stairs. The small and almost derelict feeling rooms other than the artifacts. Walking through and imagining her eyes as my own. Seeing ancient signs of wear and tear. And the same rooms once occupied by scared and presumably solemn people. This was near as damn it someone's entire life. Save a few brief years of brief persecution and the utter horror that was her short story at Bergen-Belsen before its believed typhus took her life. It doesn't permeate through my mind in everyday life, that goes without saying. But such stories of such misery remind me to be grateful I can walk freely, speak when I please, and use the bathroom when I need it. Dream of my own desires and have the capacity to chase them. I may have left the museum, but that was true. A true microcosm of the hate spanned by a dictator. I think I'll read her writings in full.